Matrixx and Rhodes show fans, we are back with another video, and we're going to be talking about Rocky 4, my favorite Rocky movie of all time. I am a huge Rocky fan. I believe the only person that is a bigger Rocky fan than me is actually a friend who I grew up with down the street from me. This guy watched Rocky way more than anybody I know. It was like every single weekend, because we didn't have school, he was watching Rocky. I absolutely love it. Part 4 is my favorite Rocky movie of all time, including the Creed movies. But Sly is coming out with Rocky 4 director's cut. I was actually going to do a reaction to the trailer when it dropped, I believe, like a month ago. It kind of caught me by surprise. I wasn't expecting this. So he's going back and revisiting this movie and changing things up. And I was actually watching a YouTube video. It was like 10 minutes long. It was on IGN's YouTube channel. And Sly was on there talking about Rocky 4, the original cut versus the director's cut. Now, he is doing, I guess, a little bit of like George Lucas style, tweaking the original Star Wars films, but probably not to that extreme. Okay. Of course, we haven't seen the movie yet, but the tone is going to be a little bit different. Also, one thing that he did in there also as well with the director's cut in Rocky movies, the sound of the punches is different. It sounds like the punches from Rocky Balboa when he actually fought Mason Lion Dixon, and the punching sounds from the Creed movies is much more authentic. Okay, but in the original Rocky movie, one of the biggest surprises, I guess, in that movie was the killing of Apollo Creed at the hands of Ivan Drago. Okay. So when Apollo died, I remember, man, I was just like shocked. In 1985, I was 8 years old. I was absolutely shocked that Apollo died. And now Sly is saying he regrets killing Apollo Creed. So, man, and he called it foolish as well. There's an article here. Check this out. Sylvester Stallone says he regrets killing off Apollo Creed in Rocky 4. Sylvester Stallone said he made a mistake killing off antagonist Apollo Creed in Rocky 4, despite the uber success of the film's franchise. The Hollywood veteran, 75, I can't believe he's 75 years old. I'm getting old too, I guess, wrote the script, which saw Hardman Apollo, played by Carl Weathers, killed by Russian Ivan Drago in the 1985 film. Sly is now holding a screening of the film with Phantom Events before debuting his Rocky 4 director's cut. In a video that highlights the re-editing of the cult classic, he says, quote, "If I had to do it all over again, I would never have killed Apollo. It was foolish. I thought I needed that springboard to project the drama." The actor said he would have preferred to have Creed survive, but be wheelchair bound and become Rocky's new trainer. I don't know how that would actually, look on screen. I'll talk about that in a minute, okay? It says it's hard to imagine the film any other way, but Sly said if he made different choices, Rocky 5 would have never happened, and Rocky 6, which is Rocky Balboa, maybe would have never happened either that way. Of course, I don't believe also that the Creed films would have been made if Apollo Creed survived. I really did like Apollo Creed in the movies. I really did. But man, can you imagine Rocky 4, being different without Apollo Creed being dead? If Apollo Creed was still alive, I'm not sure if Rocky 4 would have had the same weight. That fight against Drago would not have meant that much. And I don't really want to see Apollo Creed in a wheelchair. I mean, this man was supposed to be the greatest of all time, the master of disaster, the king of sting, the Count of Monte Cristo, and you put him in a wheelchair in his 40s? I don't want to see that. And one other thing, too, about the Creed movie, the Creed movies have emphasized that truly Apollo Creed was the greatest of all time. Now, of course, they said he was the greatest of all time in the original Rocky movie, but we were seeing an older Apollo Creed near the end of his career. And Sylvester Stallone says in the movie as Rocky and in Creed says time caught up with him. You know, he was an older fighter. And if I'm not mistaken, in 1985, when Creed is fighting Drago, I believe he's age 43, well past his prime. And Sly said in the movie that you haven't been in the ring in like 5 years, so he retired at like age 38. Okay, I don't know if he. I wouldn't like it if Apollo didn't die now, because it would just completely change everything. You know, Rocky 5, horrible movie, shouldn't have been made anyway. Sly didn't even direct that movie. It was terrible. But I really like Rocky Balboa. I love Creed 1. I love Creed 2. I mean, it probably just would have ended the franchise if you just kept him alive. I understand Carl Weathers is a tremendous actor, okay? He's great in The Mandalorian also as Grief Karka, but Apollo probably needs to die. But check this out, Sly. This ain't the first time you killed off a character. You killed off Mickey in Rocky 3. Then you kill off Apollo in Rocky 4. Then you kill Adrian off screen in Rocky Balboa. I mean, we didn't get to say goodbye to Talia Shire. And then when Creed comes around, you kill off Paulie off screen as well. I mean, you have a track record of killing off people. And you know what? I guess when you kill off, the people closest to Rocky, it gives him a new challenge, because Rocky needs to be challenged in every single movie. He really, really does. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Matrixx and Rhodes Show fans, Sylvester Stallone regrets killing off Apollo Creed. I would actually say, you know what? Maybe he shouldn't have killed off Adrian. I would have liked to see Talia Shire in Rocky Balboa. And maybe you could have killed her off screen in Creed, but I really wanted to see Talia Shire as Adrian once again. But didn't happen. Can't change the past, but I'm looking forward to the director's cut of Rocky 4. Scenes are going to be a little bit different. Extended scenes as well. The sound is going to be different. The punching sounds are going to be different. I think this is going to be pretty good here. I really, really do. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Matrixx and Rhodes Show fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.